What is going on, you guys? Admiral here, and welcome back for another World of Warship video on my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Tier 5 German cruiser called Königsberg in natural good old American English, but I think the actual pronunciation for this ship, if I'm going to pronounce this in German, it's going to be very tough for those people out there who actually know how to speak German or actually know the pronunciation for this ship. But there's going to be a huge accent that's going to come out of my mouth, and prepare yourself. So I'm going to pronounce this ship as best as I can. Königsberg. I think that's how you pronounce it, and it's really tough for me to pronounce it, so I'm going to keep it with Königsberg, unless someone actually thinks I'm better off pronouncing Königsberg. So the Königsberg. The Königsberg is like a Tier 5 Cleveland on a German ship line, and it is a very good German cruiser. In my opinion, it's probably the best German cruiser to start out with. I mean, the earlier tiers, I had a lot of fun with the Dresden, the Kolberg, which was okay for me, but the Karls, and I think it's pronounced Karlsruhe. The Karls gave me a hiccup on the German line, and when I played it, it was a very tough ship. There's absolutely non-existent AA, so I get put into Tier 5, Tier 6 matchmaking, and you can expect bunch of carriers out there, and it doesn't even matter what carrier is because it won't shoot planes for crap. So the Karls was a tough grind, but when you get the Königsberg, it's actually worth, because the Königsberg is a very powerful cruiser. It can dish out a lot of damage, and it's kind of weird, but one of the characteristics of the German cruiser line is that the HE is weak, and it's tough to actually set ships on fire. I actually have moments sometimes when I play Königsberg, or actually in general when in German cruiser, the most I've ever done was at 40 hits, no fire. 40 hits, no fire. And it's probably because that the cruiser or whatever ship I was shooting at might run the reduction flag for the reduce the chances of getting set on fire. Not sure why, but in general, German cruisers are very tough to use their HE to set things on fire. But their AP is extremely powerful. It does a lot of damage. It can actually do a lot of damage on battleship. You're better off using AP on battleship than HE if the battleship is showing its broadside. Unless you want to set the battleship on fire or is pointing its bow or you're running away and you can't really aim for the broadside. Aside from that, try to use AP as much as you can. And that's my knowledge when it comes to the Königsberg. The Karls and the Dresden and the Kolberg, you don't want to use AP on the battleship. They're not gonna pen, but the Königsberg, you can actually pen battleship. I actually pen New Yorks, Congos, Miyogis, pretty much within the tiers of the Königsberg. So, one thing about the German line is really weird about their design is that they're front light and rear heavy in terms of armament, meaning that if you're gonna be pointing your bow and you're charging your enemy, your firepower is not gonna be as great as other cruisers. But it does have mounted triple gun turrets, which is very nice because I think it's actually the earliest tier ship as it stands to have triple guns turret, correct me if I'm wrong. But these turrets traverse fairly fast, they have high fire rate, and they do a great deals of damage. The combination of all of them together, with AP showing broadside, this ship will destroy any tier 5 cruisers I have played. But there is some flaws with the ship. Let's start with the design and what makes it weird compared to other ships. So what I mean by front light, back heavy is that this ship has a lot of power when it comes to running away, but when it comes to charging, you're really weak on your firepower. And the way it laid out is 2 turrets in the back and 1 in the front. If you compare to the Omaha, for instance, you gotta love Americans. They're thinking, man. They're thinking it's like, oh, let's create a tier 5 cruiser and put a bunch of cans all around. Just don't worry about turrets, just worry about as much cans as you can. So they literally beefed up as much cans as they can. Look at all these cans, all the cans in the back, all the cans in the front. You gotta love Americans. They just want to put as much things as they want on a ship, especially the Atlanta. If you hear the story about the Atlanta, I was watching the mighty, I think Mingles with the Jingles, and he was talking about the Atlanta and the Sullivan, if I'm pronouncing the name right. They actually upgraded the Atlanta and they put more guns on the Atlanta than what it can handle. So if you fire all the guns on the Atlanta, it will become very unstable or unstable. It's one of those 2 words. So yeah, you gotta love Americans. They really think that more is better or bigger is better. So even look at the gun turrets on this. The Furutaka, which I don't have, I actually sold it for the Ioba. Let's look at Furutaka. The Furutaka is actually fairly balanced in its turret layout, but it's single cannons on each turret, which is something I made a complaint on my Furutaka video. But it's still a good cruiser, and the way they lay out, the design of this turret layout will later become known as pretty much the state-of-the-art design for the Japanese cruisers. Back to the German line. The German jump with their design a lot. They go with front light, back heavy, and then they go with equal front and equal back. But with the Königsberg, it has an interesting angling with the turrets. I mean, you can actually shoot these turrets while you're angling your ship at a sharp angle with these turrets, and it's quite interesting. Mainly because the front conning tower is all the way out over here, and the engine's right here, so it gives a better angle for these two turrets. And one thing about this ship is really weird. It's not a big deal, but for some sort of reason, the second turret is on the left, and the last turret is on the right. It's a little bit to the right and a little bit left. And if someone's really OCD about it, they would go crazy about the Königsberg. So I was like, man, what was the idea behind it? Maybe because it might be easier to get around the ship, because this ship is very thin. Honestly, I don't know why they do it, but the Königsberg, the way it's turned out, is really interesting, and it has definitely powerful cannons for having 3 guns on each. What else about the ship? The AA. The AA is okay. It's actually just for decoration, honestly, because I see these AAs go all out, and the animation looks amazing. It looks like fireworks going off in the sky, but the planes just fly by and nothing happened. And sometimes they actually really do some work, but majority of the time it doesn't really do work. But I can't complain because the AAs at tier 5 cruiser are not that great, so the standards for it is not that bad. What else is about the ship that makes it interesting? Well, there's one major flaw with the ship, and it's not in the stats, it's not obvious, but things tend to break down on the ship, especially the engine. When I play the ship on average, compared to all the other cruisers I play, the Furutaka, the Omaha, and the Mermans. The Merman is actually an Omaha class, so they're really the same. But the Königsberg, or the Kronberg, is it really knocks out his engine all the time. I don't know why, but the engine gets knocked out, the rudder gets knocked out, and things just break. It's just automatic break. I have to pray every time I see a battleship AG coming toward me. I have to pray that it never knocks out my engine. No matter how hard I try to angle my ship, there's a good chance that it's gonna knock down my engine. And the moment I hit my damage control, I have many instances where I hit my damage control party, it repairs the engine, try to get back to speed, and it gets knocked out again. And then pretty much you're sitting duck. The best chance of you surviving is that you get knocked out at a far distance. Also, speaking of distance, these cannons shoot up to 16.5 kilometers, and that is a lot. That's without the scout plane, and it doesn't even have a scout plane, but it does shoot at a far distance. So the hanging time is also long, but it does, avoid a lot of action while getting any necessary decommission in early battles. You guys catch what I'm saying, because when you play cruiser, your first one in, you're probably gonna be the last one. Actually, the first one to die. You put the word right. But the range is amazing. The fire rate, the damage on the AP is what makes it. But the HE is just poor. Traverse speed is nice. Aside from that, it's all around a solid tier 5 cruiser. Is it worthy to be kept on your docks? I would say yes, but no at the same time. It is a powerful cruiser. I have a lot of good times with it. The reason I want to say no is not worthy to keep in your docks. If you're limited on your ship docks, like me, I only have 3 ship docks left and I have to buy more if I decide to add more ships, it's because the tier 6 German cruiser is exactly like the Königsberg, but they fixed the rear turret, make it more symmetrical, better AA, and overall it's tier 6, so what do you expect? It's to be better than the tier 5. So if you're very limited on the space for having a Königsberg in your dock, you might as well sell it and get the Nürnberg when you unlock it, because the Nürnberg is going to be the same thing as a Königsberg, but upgraded. Now I might speak too early because I don't even have the Nürnberg, but judging from how it looks exactly like the Königsberg but better. Also, another fact about the Königsberg, see what's going through my mind, is that the Königsberg has a interesting, I guess, how would I describe it? It has an interesting role, okay? It can do a lot of things, don't get me wrong, because due to the extra range, I can do a lot of stuff with the Königsberg. Because I'm more open to defending, attacking, and supporting my battleship, aside from a support, which is not that great. So it is really all purpose. If a battleship is nearby and you know for a fact that there's no point running away, the moment you show your broadside you're gonna die instantly, you have torpedoes. You can actually use your torpedoes, they're very nice. There's some really weak spots when it goes against DDs, destroyers. Although it has a lot of fire rate, you gotta aim your HE pretty much dead on in order to kill DD right away, because it just doesn't pack a punch. To give you guys a good idea of how much the HE do, let's see. The HE only does 1700 on the Omaha. It only does 2200, which is better, and better average, especially though I think the Omaha has a higher fire rate than the Königsberg. The Furutaka, obviously, I think I showed it in my Furutaka video. It does the most damage. I think it does 3700, I'm guessing. No, 3300. So it definitely does much more damage. 17% chance of catching on fire. Japanese HE are very, very deadly. So whenever you have this chance to use HE, you're freely to use HE on Japanese cruiser. Chance of setting on fire, 8%. So you have every one shot out of Königsberg. No, every one shot out of Furutaka is 2 shots for the Königsberg chance of setting a ship on fire. Other than that, this ship is extremely rusty. That's why I put on a paint job on it, because to make it look better. Normally, I talk about the history of the ship's service or interesting facts. When I look about the Königsberg, there wasn't really much for me to talk about, so I feel really bad about it. But I do know some history about Germany, because Germany has a very similar culture to Japanese history in terms of their culture. A lot of people don't know about this, but German people and Japanese, one of their main motto is to be building the most quality, the best, or aiming for perfection. And I respect their hardworking efforts. For example, after World War I, Germany was completely in disastrous state. They owe France, Britain a lot of money to pay off for World War I, and they also had to build their own country that was crippled after World War I. They lost a lot of land, they broke up the German Empire, all the alliances was broken up, and the Treaty of Versailles was set. And it was unfortunate because Treaty of Versailles was an unfair treaty, and at that time, before World War II, the world was never fair, guys. It was never fair, it was never a fair deal, and it was loser lose all, and winner takes all, okay? And that's why World War II happened. And what's really amazed me is that Germany came from a devastated state, was able to rebuild their country, and survive the Great Depression by giving their people shovels and get their asses to work. And they worked really hard. They worked their asses off to get their country to a state where they were able to compete during World War II to front one of the most industrialized countries in the world. I think it's the most industrialized during World War II, which allowed them to defeat France in about 4 months or 3 months, take over Paris. Britain was in a pit in the corner, can't do anything against the German Navy. Russia was next to fight, but unfortunately they made a big mistake for invading Russia during winter. You know, Napoleon, he learned his mistake, but apparently the German army did not. But as the history turns out, I'm glad that it turns out that the Allies won, obviously, because there was a lot of bad things happening during World War II that it was unfortunate for our human beings to even see the Holocaust happen, or the Nanjing massacre, or anything that happened. It's very bad. World War II was a thing that we will always remember, and wish to remember all the soldiers who served for their own country from all sides. The German people, the Japanese, the Americans, the British, the French. All those people were fighting for their own country. And the Japanese were also impressive, like I said in my Yamato video. They came from building bamboo wooden boats in the 1800s to all of a sudden the biggest battleship in history, which is quite impressive. And that's why I applaud Japan and Germany, although they were technically the bad guys. I mean, I don't know if that's the right word I want to use because history is written by the victors. But the better way I've ever to describe it is that I like the way how its history ended from World War II. It was better. We were better off now than before because before Britain had a bunch of empires, everything was colonized, a lot of people were enslaved, and that was broken up after World War II. Everything was set to not having to invade other countries that are inferior to the Westerners. Overall, in my opinion, I think Germany had the best military. I don't know about naval because I don't hear much about naval, but land-wise, the STG-44, the MP-40, the Panzerschreck, the Panzers, the Tigers, all these technology, the rockets, the V-2 rockets, the jets, the planes, Stukas, I think Stukas were German. I think Germany had the best military in the world during the 1900s before World War II and during World War II. Right after the war, they were pretty much split after the Soviet Union lost their majority of the power. And during the 1900s, Germany had the best mathematicians, physicists, engineers. That would give them the leeway, or actually, to give them the way to building all these amazing technology because they had so much research. Albert Einstein, Maxwell, Max Planck, all these physicists were able to give us tools, knowledge to create these amazing naval ships. Now, granted, I think the British might have the best ship, but the German kind of hit the British hard, especially their Tirpitz and the Bismarck. Overall, I don't know anything about naval history or Atlantic European warfare, but we can applaud Germany for their efforts to actually be that powerful, for their hard work. But at the end of the day, they have done things, and war is politics, and I leave it to debate. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm more into technology and the valor effort of those people who serve for the country. Let's be honest. You will serve for the country you live in is what you would serve for, unless you really understand the morals behind it. And that's really complicated when it comes to philosophy. Aside from that, I think I've been spending too long on the intro, and let's get in the game with the Königsberg and see what she can do, or he can do, because I think German ships are pronounced in terms of a masculine way, not feminine. Japanese, American, all the other ships, they're pronounced feminine, but I think German ships are pronounced masculine. Someone told me that. Aside from that, let's get in the game and see what the Königsberg can do. Okay, you guys, we're in our match, and you gotta love it, because I keep getting the same map for tier 5s. Fault line. I really want to play Hotspot, but I think it is a tier 6 map now. So let's get this baby started. I'm not sure, but in most case scenarios, when it comes to the pronouns, if I'm saying that correctly in English, the correct English terminology, but the pronoun for many ships is usually a she. But for the German ships, I think it's he, so it is actually masculine and not feminine. I might be wrong, but I hear a lot of people say that German ships tend to be masculine than feminine. Especially Admiral Hipper and Tirpitz, because those were male generals, famous generals out of, I think, World War I, or maybe pre-World War I. But there was a lot of wars in Europe that people don't even know about. They only know about World War I and World War II. There's like the Russo-Japanese War. There is a lot of wars and in the 1800s and 1900s that people don't even hear about, but those are very important wars. So let's see if we can get in position. And the reason why I have oh man, dude, I just love the German paints. The Japanese paint is all green. I don't really like that. I don't know why they put green on them, but the German paints, I think they have the best paint job in the game right now. Oh, because the reason I put the paint on is that this ship is extremely rusty. Not sure why. Maybe because it's a really old ship, but it's not that old. I think it came out in the 20s, late 1920s or 30s. But the Königsberg, let's see what she can do. And right now I have HE loaded. See if I can set any ships on fire that I spot. Eventually I will spot. Look at the range on this. 16.30-ish kilometers. That is a lot of range. But the hang time is 12 seconds, so it balances out the ship. Alright, ship spotted. Akuma. Let's load out AP. Akuma. You're going down. Misuki doesn't want to get torpedoed. I'm guessing. So I don't mind going in first. Who's behind me? Omaha and Ioba. Oh, he's coming at a really difficult angle for me. This ship has really good firepower for running away. Probably the biggest reason why is because it has 2 turrets in the back. Kinda wish it was more frontal heavy in firepower, but it depends on your playstyle. Oh, North Carolina spotted. Oh, I took a hit. Not bad, not bad. Let's set this North Carolina on fire. He's aiming at me. Oh no, I'm first in line. The turret angle is pretty good too, I gotta admit. Normally at this angle, if you try to shoot all 3 turrets at an angle like this on most ships, you shouldn't be able to do it. But this ship has a very deep angle. And my god, Mitsuki. Mitsuki in the distance, dropping torpedoes, I bet. Just stop. See if we can spot. See, my engine got knocked out, just like that. I'm not gonna hit the repair yet. It's gonna slow down. Oh man, I'm taking some damage. Alright, let's hit the repair. Waiting for those torpedoes. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Isokase. The fire rate on this thing is serious. Might get hit by one of those torpedoes. Nope. I can evade them. Nice. Nice. Those hits are amazing. Alright, we're going in for it. Buckle your seatbelt because shit is about to get real. Kuma is still aiming at me. South Carolina's traverse speeds are very slow, so we should be fine for the time being. Let's load some AP. Let me see how the AP do. Let me showcase the AP power. Oh, 390. That's great. Oh, this South Carolina's dead. Yeah. This Kuma's been taking pop shots on me. My gosh. This is my lay off. Down to half health. It's all good. Come on, Kuma. Show yourself. Turret traverse speed, looking nice. Alright, slow down, slow down. Show me that broadside. Show me it. Let me take some pop shots on you. 3 citadels, that's what I'm talking about. How does it feel? How does it feel, Kuma? Taking free pop shots on me? Oh crap. What's going on? Better hurry up and cap. Also, HE, because there was a Isokase nearby. Oh, there's the Isokase. He's going for the cap. It's all good. We got a New Mexico, a Furutaka, and a Mitsuki already there. A Mutsuki, I think that's how you pronounce it. Mutsuki. Well, I'm gonna say Mutsuki. That's the American pronunciation for that. Man, I want to shoot. There's mountains over here.
Autopilot mode disabled.
Where is that? Oh, he's dead. Destroyer is down. Oh, the entire team's still alive. That's nice. Let's look why they collapsed. They collapsed probably because most of their ships are on this side, and then we were able to take out majority of their fleet on this side, And I think their destroyers were a little bit reckless. Because we took out a destroyer right here and I killed one destroyer. Cleveland spotted. A very potent, powerful ship. Don't want to be reckoned with. My steering gears got knocked out. That's nice. Alright, Cleveland, who can shoot faster, me or you? 3,000? Keep it coming. 4,000? Look how accurate these spreads are, really low. Wow, dang, no hits. I'm taking a risk. See, my engine got knocked out again. That's the issue with this ship. Maybe it's just me, but on average, I get knockouts a lot. It doesn't happen with the Fruit Attack or Omaha when I play. I mean, yeah, it happens, but not as often or easily. My shields are bouncing right now, so he's dead. No, I wanted that kill really badly. New Mexico spotted. New Mexico has 17-kilometer range, so I'm within range unless it's not upgraded, and it is upgraded. Let's see if we can set him on fire. He's not pointing his cannon, so we must be good. Good position. Look at the hang time on these shells. I can't argue about that because it has a lot of range. There's some AP. He's showing a broadside. Look at the damage with the AP. The AP does a lot of damage on a battleship. If your shells are bouncing, just might as well use HE. It's probably because the ship is at a hard angle. But right now, it doesn't look like it's at a hard angle. It kind of is hard, but not that bad. I'm gonna let Ioba set him on fire. And I'll be working with a AP. $3.9K, nice. I'm trying not to leave the cap zone, but I'm already a dead man, so I don't mind stopping. Seven hits. $4,000. He's showing a much better broadside. 2,000. The DPM, my gosh, is amazing. He's about to die. There we go. Look at the damage on this thing. This is actually a well-played game. Back up, back up. I want to get the points for capping. No. Oh, last ship died. Let's see how well we did. Yep, did the best. Damage, 62,000 damage with AP on a cruiser. That is a lot of damage. It is extremely powerful cruiser. Let's try to get another game in and see what the Königsberg can do on another game. Okay, we're going for another round with the Königsberg. We're playing the map on straight domination, as always. See what we have. We have a Milwaukee, Wyoming, New York, a Coburg, Minikazes. Oh, they have St. Louis. Interesting. They have a lot of cannons on their team. What's the percent on setting fire? Oh, it doesn't even tell me. 1700 in terms of damage, that's not a lot. But 3900 for per AP shell is a lot. Looks like nobody wants to go C? Or Carlos doesn't want to. Alright, let's see what we can do with the Königsberg. Enemy spotted. Omaha. Let's see how I'm gonna lead a shot. Try that. Switching to AP. Powerhouse is about to enter the match. And epically miss. Come on, show me that broadside. Omaha! This one's for you. What's he gonna do? U-turn? Oh, he's... Let's decommission this Omaha as fast as we can. Nice, nice. 10 hits. If you guys didn't know, a Citadel is considered one hit, but they don't count it. Is it? Do they? No, it was 9 hits because we only got 9 cannons. No way. I got them all. It's amazing. That shows how extremely accurate this ship is. Another Citadel. Oh, don't turn away. Nicholas, you ruined it. I had the shot. Oh, those are bouncing. He disappeared. What? 11 hits. There we go. 13 hits. St. Louis. These are one tough cruisers to actually do damage. St. Louis. They're like freaking turtle shell. Really a lot of armor. Oh shoot, here comes... Oh crap, there's destroyers on here. Maybe I should kill the destroyers. And they disappear when I'm trying to shoot at them. Oh shoot. I'm gonna be taking a lot of damage here. I better start turning around and consider my life. Come on, Clemson, just die. Oh, this engine got knocked. Ow! Ow! Those are St. Louis shots, right? Wyoming's gonna give me a nice breakfast of shells if I don't get out of here. So let's get the hell out of here. Let's rendezvous. Surprisingly, my engine got knocked out yet. Kind of weird, right? My gosh, I took a great deal of damage here. A little short. St. Louis has really nice armor. Look at that. Just bouncing on my shots. Oh, that's gonna hit the island. Normally you use HE on St. Louis, but I'm using AP because AP is more powerful. And crap. Shit. Right. Oh my god! Are you kidding me? Let's get the hell out of here. I might die. If I die, guys, I'm still keeping this gameplay because I had a lot of fun for a short period of time. Yeah, look at it, all the battleships are aiming at me right now. Like, oh look, it's a Königsberg, he's really low. Better finish him off. Nobody's shooting at me yet. I forgot the range on the New York, so I can just really pop some free shots on him. Alright, now we're really gaining some distance. Oh, dude, that stupid torpedo bomber is going after me again, is he? No, he's not. What kind of character? It's a whole show. Okay. Let me slow down and help this Wyoming kill the other Wyoming.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Plus, the Wyoming is also on the border, so it's an easy target. It's kind of risky for me to do this because I'm not watching my surrounding. But anyway, I'm gonna die in one shot, so might as well do something. Look at that splice. My shots are starting to bounce. Wait, he's showing the broadside. There we go. The damage is slowly increasing. No, it's not doing any damage. Yeah, I'm not doing any damage. It's plunge firing right now. It has to be close enough for the AP shell to actually do some work. Start setting him on fire. Hey, look, I got him on fire. That Wyoming is just dying to fire. Oh, I got another fire. Nice. Oh, he's dead. Things are looking bleak. Especially I'm at this low of a health. Let's just try to kill one by one. Oh, shoot. Our carrier. Omaha. You bastard. Oh, come on, I can get there in time. Omaha is already beached. There's no way he's gonna get out in time. Those torpedoes gotta help him, right? No, he missed. I'm going in, guys. I will be a hero once I kill this Omaha and save this Langley. Because we really need a Langley. Yeah. Come on, Omaha, just right around the corner. Right around the corner. Stop. Right around that corner. Right around that corner. Gotta save him. Oh my god. Gotta go. I cannot reach him in time. Oh, he's on fire. I think he's gonna die to fire. Yeah, he's gonna die. I can't. Okay. Okay. Alright. You guys could depend on me and unspotted. So, the question is, what should I do right now? I'm going up against a St. Louis Minikaze in New York. What I can do is just sit at a far distance. Slow some HE. Set him on fire. Come on. It's okay. This is actually a really fun game. I'm keeping it. It's not all about winning, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always looking for the thrills. Yeah. They're gonna outcap me. I'm not gonna get hit. He has no range. Nice. It'd be amazing or a miracle if I actually win this myself. Oh no, that's not gonna happen. Minikaze is going for it. He's... Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die.
The enemy is about to win.
Torpedoes.
Torpedoes, astern.
I think this is it, guys. My last stand. Turn on the ultra sounding. I can see you, Minikaze. You're right there. Oh crap, he's still moving. Come on. He's somewhere there. Woo. I hit him, Where did I hit him? Right here. Let's go right. No, I lost him. Incoming torpedo planes. Nice. Gonna U-turn. He's going for the anvil. Anvil and hammer attack, isn't he? So, have you guys ever seen Tokyo Drift? Watch this. And E-brake. Just gonna keep shooting. Forward as it seems. Let's go right, a little bit to the right. Let's kill this St. Louis while I'm at it. Yeah, a little bit to the right. Oh my god, he hit me in the rear! That was a good one. We did 52,000 damage to AP, that's pretty good. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this Königsberg video. In the future, I might upload more Königsberg video, I'm not sure. Or maybe I unlock the Nürnberg. Aside from that, hope you guys enjoyed this video and see you guys next time on World of Warships.